2025 has been another very busy year for FCHEA. And as I mentioned before, I just want to thank all of you for the hard work, you and your team, of course, all the industry. And since Hydrogen and Fuel Cell Day, as you know, is often a time to celebrate successes, could you give a summary of some of your recent successes on behalf of the hydrogen and fuel cell sector?
Well, sure. Well, it's amazing to think that this is October of 2025 because the year has just gone by so fast. I feel like I'm still in January, but so much has happened. And I'm going to go back to, in a sense, 2025 really started in so many ways with in November with the change in administration and the election and trying to understand how do we bridge different views of energy policy. Yes, there have been some successes in the policy front. I think the starting point of success that I keep thinking about, even with my staff, goes back to January 2025, where we had put together this year's 2025 Hydrogen and Fuel Cell Seminar in California amid the wildfires and concerns about closing the conference. So the year started out with getting nearly 1,000 participants around the industry coming together for what was a great session in California, involving the DOE, involving industry, technology, policymakers. That was a good start. From a success standpoint, the big items coming out of into 2025 had to do with retaining the value of hydrogen and the various tax credits that were started under the IRA, and working with the Senate to secure continuity of the 45E production tax credit, which was very successful, but also the incorporation and the storage tax credit under Section 48, a 30% tax credit for hydrogen storage, and then also getting a renewal of the investment tax credit for fuel cells, which, given the growth in data centers, the growth in AI, there is going to be a need for more and more power sources in the United States. And clean, reliable fuel cells, whether they run on natural gas or hydrogen, having a tax credit that's stable for 10 years is a very good way to insert those technologies into the landscape. So those three kind of policy successes are what you might be thinking of. Moreover, though, I think one of the biggest successes we've had in 2025 is because of some of the situations of the tax credits and the change in laws and the OBBA, was FCHEA acted in many ways as a convener, both of our members as well as other people outside of our membership, to try to focus and provide leadership on how do we tackle challenges that are larger than all of us individually. So I would have to say one of the biggest successes that I think we've had is being able to pull many people and different voices together and keep them focused and on task as we try to, assert the value of hydrogen into our policymakers. And there's a lot more work to be done on the education front. So that's my snapshot on success, Sunita.